Hello, hello. Perfidious Pete here, back with you live, sort of, from the interior of a landed medium UFO in XCOM, The Long War. I know, I'm as surprised about that as you are, since landing is pretty damned unconventional behavior for a medium UFO. And given the lack of resistance we've experienced so far, I strongly suspect that I'm currently standing on a brass strip, nibbling at some free cheese and wondering how it got here, all the while oblivious to the spring-loaded bar just waiting to slam down atop my skull and smash it flatter than Marlon Brando's couch cushions, which are pretty fucking flat. Or, of course, as Admiral Akbar would have said, "It's a trap!" Now, that line of reasoning, of course, with Admiral Akbar does lead us to a bit of an ontological dilemma, since we actually knew it was a trap coming in, and as the great philosopher G.I. Joe often said, no one is half the battle. Which, of course, then forces me to wonder if a trap can really be a trap if you know that it's a trap all along. I mean, if one willingly walks into an ambush, it's not really getting ambushed, is it? And, of course, as the wise sage He-Man once said, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!" Which, admittedly, isn't entirely germane to our discussion, but still worth sharing. It's some solid wisdom. And also, of course, gives me an excuse to toss out another childhood action figure catchphrase, because nostalgia is the lowest form of comedy, and the lowest form of comedy is my fucking strong suit, so, Anyway, nostalgia aside, I should probably just stop talking out my ass and try and finish this mission, so let's see if these Sword of Omens will grant me sight beyond sight, so that I can hunt down whatever the hell happens to be lying in wait inside this spaceship, which I have to assume is something far more nefarious than we have thus far encountered, which largely consisted of drones and a couple thin men and 2 outsiders. Pretty unimpressive shit. Now, this door is open, which leads me to suspect there are probably some enemies in this area, and we did have outsiders over here earlier. I know they fell back. It's possible they ran all the way around through here, but that seems exceedingly circuitous. I think for this turn, let's spin around here and set up to check out this room, because the fact that this door is open leads me to suspect that maybe either they're in here or they've fallen back through here, one or the other, but I think this is probably the right path of pursuit, and thus we're going to follow that path. It is a little dangerous to come around this corner, but we're still on a blue move, so let's have good old Steve Loco Irwin get ready. Damn, Skippy, we're ready. We're coming in this door like gangbusters. Gonna tell us some of the deadliest critters in the wild there. Throw them back in the Humvee, take them back to the park there, put them on display for the little children. It'll be fantastic. Should stand to make us a right good buck as well. God, I think my impression of Steve Irwin gets worse every time I do it. So we have killed everything that we have spotted thus far, but we should still remain wary. Ever vigilant, of course. Ever vigilant. Semper vigilans, I think, is probably how one would say that if we're going back to the Latin. I mean, we are doing a serious philosophical discussion here about whether or not a trap can actually be a trap if you know it's a trap. I think it's, it's probably worth devolving into the Latin.
Field Commander.
What to do with Mary Shelley? She is admittedly of pretty damn limited usefulness in this situation. Let's just bring her to this corner cover and try and get her stuck in. This sniper rifle is not really gonna do much good for us in such close quarters. Machiavelli, I would like to have him actually in one of the door kick positions. It's probably more useful to have Machiavelli. Theoretically, we should also probably have somebody guarding this door, just in case. I think that's probably a job for Jesus. He is our backup plan for salvation, should the need arise, and we're probably going to need some saving at some point, so. It's always good to hedge a bet. If we come around this corner and there's a pod over here, we risk popping it with Jane Sporty Austin.
Stepping off.
I'm not really comfortable with that. Let's have Jane stay here so this area remains unexplored. I mean, there could be an outsider lurking around that corner. Okay, clearly not. They're definitely in here, though.
Did you hear something?
Either they're in this room, or alternatively, they've evacuated out this door, come outside, and run all the way around in what would be, well, frankly, one of the best flanking maneuvers we've ever seen the aliens execute. So we'll probably keep Machiavelli and maybe... yeah, I think we might devote 2 units. Probably Machiavelli and Jesus just to watch on our back here. First off, let's see if we... Okay, so yeah, we've triggered a pod of floaters. Okay, so the floaters actually were on the end around. Also, how the fuck did this pod trigger each other? That makes almost no sense at all. Okay. We don't have shots. Do we have shots? Does anybody have a shot? Virginia Woolf has a shot. What kind of shot? It's a bad shot. Really, if we're gonna move in here, we should probably have Virginia Woolf do it. Virginia Woolf does have... Well, one, she's got an arc thrower, which we could potentially make use of. Two, she has lightning reflexes. Is this cover? It is not. If we move her to here, we're almost guaranteed to not be able to take a shot, because there were 2 floaters outside this door. I don't know if they would be able to get line of sight on her around. I don't think they would, actually. But that's assuming we can kill this guy. All right, well, first things first. Let's have her do this dash move. It's either going to put her in good position to... Oh, okay. So, yeah. Very clever. The aliens trying to fucking clever girl us on that one, trying to lure us into a trap. That is, oh shit, is there more? There's more. Holy fuck. So this was exceedingly dangerous, and Virginia Woolf is almost certainly not going to be able to shoot for us here. This is... She's got some good shots, but I don't know if we're going to be able to follow this shit up. Oh, but Steve Loco Irwin has that thing. He's got hit and run. Oh, Steve Loco Irwin could do some bad things to these little... Actually, to both the outsiders, the Thin Man... Well, the Thin Man we could pretty much have anybody kill. He's... This is one of the reasons why I didn't want to take hit and run, because I don't know exactly how it works. And if Steve comes out here and does not get a free shot, we're fucking boned. I know he gets a free shot against the flanker guy. This is absolutely the way hit and run works. So let's take our free shot. Looks like a kill. It is in fact a kill. So 11 damage and hit and run triggered. Alright, so he can't miss this guy and has a 36% chance to critical, but we would need some sort of follow-up to that to make it a slam dunk. Virginia Big Bad Wolf has 2 flank shots. That may not kill our enemy. That also is, well, it's more likely to kill, but it's not a guarantee. I think we gotta try and find some help.
Roger that.
Shock Attack Gun Zulu probably is all the help we're gonna need. I have to assume that this would be almost a guaranteed kill. Yeah, we're actually... I'm not gonna take the shot yet. Do we have anybody else who's gonna be able to help out? Kind of no, actually. I don't know if we're gonna have anybody else who will be able to lend any supporting fire here to Mary Shelley in case she doesn't get the kill. Also, Steve Irwin is still a bit of a problem. Do we have anybody else who'd be able to help out Steve? Theoretically, Machiavelli could help out Irwin. This is quickly turning... I need to start taking shots. I can't make any follow-up moves until we've had a chance to start taking some shots. Nikola Tesla could also be very helpful in this situation. Theoretically. Alright, we got to start taking some shots. Alright, so let's... Virginia Big Bad Wolf is the shot I'm least confident about, so let's start with it. Okay. Alright, so Virginia is definitely gonna need help. Steve Loco Irwin. Now, hit and run is not like in the zone. It's just 1 free shot, right? It's just 1. What's your hit percent? 36% chance to critical. Alright, so we have to take this shot because it can't miss. Alright, so 6 damage there. Alright, so Steve also is going to need some help. But that's okay, because we've got the Madman who could help either situation. Theoretically, Jesus actually has potentially something to contribute here. Let's bring Jesus in. What do you got, Jesus? Jesus? 71% to finish off our floater friend. I'll take it. Jesus Christ saves, folks. Let it not be said that Christ did not bringeth the salvation, because Christ has broughteth the salvation, and lo, the people were overjoyed. Also, Shaka Zulu fucking utterly annihilated that guy. He bathed himself in acid as a part of that, I think. Yeah, he did, which is unfortunate, but not insurmountable. Alright, so that just leaves Machiavelli. That just leaves little Steve Irwin needing some help here. And worst case scenario, we can kill this guy with a grenade. I mean, we can, if we have to, throw a fucking grenade at him. I don't think we're gonna need to, though. Machiavelli probably can close this guy out. We did not get a capture, or... Oh, you've got to be shitting me, Machiavelli. Did you just destroy this wall? Okay. I was about to be exceedingly salty for a moment there. I thought he had blown a hole in the side of the spaceship. And that would have been very, very, very bad. This is full cover? This is full cover. We're gonna have you steady your weapon. I actually am worried about these floaters trying to come in behind us with a little bit of backdoor action. Everything is dead. Tesla, let's bring you over here then. We're gonna put you on Overwatch. Explosives near the power core are probably a pretty terrible idea. Mary Shelley, is there anything around? Nothing we can see. We can't put you on Overwatch, but we will have you hunker down. Keep your head down, Mary Shelley. Keep it down, like in a trench in World War I. I know that happened after your time, so you have no fucking sort of frame of reference for that particular reference. But, you know, it's doubly referential. We're doing a sort of a recursive thing here. Get with the program, Mary Shelley. Get with the program. So we know we've got floaters somewhere outside. We kind of need to find a way to trigger those floaters without putting ourselves in enormous jeopardy. I think... Why can I not see these walls?
Roger.
Actually, I think Virginia Woolf may be able to help us out in this respect. So let's have Virginia. She has 2 battle scanners still. They were out here earlier. Man, she can really throw these a very long way. Bunch of dead drones. Let's throw the scanner, say, here. If the floaters are still outside, this should at least give us an idea of where they're at. We could try and capture the floaters. I didn't try and capture any of these guys because I have to assume we've got sort of more deadly foes somewhere.
What's making that noise?
So we have 2 more pods of floaters then? Or did the other floaters move somehow? Now I'm confused. Okay, the floaters are definitely not over here. We're not going out this door. If anybody was going out that door, it was going to be our unit with, you gotta hunker down. If anybody was going out the door, though, it was definitely going to be our lightning reflexes unit. Nobody else is going out that door. So let's try and set up a support position, I suppose. We'll just be like a good pair of pantyhose, providing support where support is needed. Maybe shoring up some of those trouble spots. It's what good pantyhose do. You know, good waffles stick together, good pantyhose provide support where support is needed. Alternatively, we could be also, you know, like maybe a very good bra, one of those top quality, real expensive bras, you know, the kind with the elaborate hooks that are almost impossible to undo. At least, Jesus, thank Christ you didn't run through the acid. I had, for a moment, a very strong suspicion you were about to run through acid. I'm really nervous about what might be over here. I suppose we could check it out. Is there anything? Nothing. There could still be enemies in this room, however. I'm gonna hedge my bets. We're gonna bring Jane Sporty Austin over there, and... Mary Shelley really is not the world's greatest backup. No, I don't want Mary Shelley backing us up. She might theoretically get some shots out that door. I don't want Shelley being our backup unit over there. I think probably Machiavelli is the vastly superior backup. So let's bring him over here. Just in case. We haven't heard any audio clues or anything from that direction, so... We should be able to see these fucking floaters. They're right goddamn there. That's fucking bullshit. Absolute bullshit. He was hunkered down, I'd like to add. Okay, so there's something over here as well. Alright, well, this floater's gotta die. Steve Irwin, we can't have Steve Irwin go outside. Somebody with lightning reflexes has to go outside and potentially be in a position to get us a kill. Or possibly a capture. This guy has close combat specialist as well. Fucking talk about your horse shit. What is this nonsense? And, okay, yeah, it's good we sent a lightning reflexes unit, because these camping bastards were really fucking upping our shit. Alright, now, hit and run does not trigger against flying units, so we need somebody who can put some damage on that piece of fucking human garbage right there. We can't get within 4 tiles of the bastard, because he has close quarters combat. Mary Shelley has a shot. It's actually a pretty good shot. We're gonna take it. Alright, so 5 damage, that's reasonably solid output, and I'm really wishing we had kept Machiavelli close. Keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. I'm kind of wishing we had fucking heeded that advice. The capture is still a potential thing.
Affirmative.
So, oh fuck, Jesus. That wasn't actually, god damn it. This guy is a serious problem, and I'm trying to set up to capture his ass. I am a fucking idiot. God damn it. Alright, we need this to kill, Christ. Clearly, death is not... Jesus. Oh, we're in a real bad spot suddenly. God damn it. We can't get within 4 tiles of this guy because he takes fucking shots at us, cheap prick.
Roger that.
Alright, this one's on you, Irwin. You gotta get this done for me. You gotta kill this bastard. I'm never gonna get used to floaters with close quarters combat. That's fucking absolute insanity is what that is. So we have just Virginia Woolf. Do we have anybody who could theoretically back her up? We gotta see if Nikola Tesla's gonna have a shot. He will. What kind of shot is it? It is a bad shot, and not at the... Who the hell is that guy? Where did he come from? Also, he's on Overwatch. Brilliant. Oh, you know what? I was going to throw a capture here, but we actually aren't even in range, so we're just going to kill this guy. This guy's going to die. And Nikola Tesla has got to fucking move because there are way more enemies in this vessel than we anticipated. And Shock Attack Zulu is still in a terrible spot and covered in acid. Moving. Which means that Shock Attack Zulu may not necessarily get a fire. So we should probably breach this door then, huh? If there's one floater there, I'm going to guess there are more. We're going to hunker down with James Ford Austin. Man, we have managed to turn this into a right fucking dog's dinner is what we've done. To steal a phrase that I have no idea the specific meaning of. Are you falling back? He's going to shoot at somebody. You've got to be shitting me.
They're flanking my position. Flank us.
I'm real salty. Where the hell did all these floaters come from and how the hell did they get out? Oh. Alright. This is bullshit. Everybody has gotten wounded now. What's your hit percentage, Chancellor? Bad. This guy could theoretically also have close quarters combat, so we sort of have to be careful. Or lightning reflexes. That's actually okay. I don't mind drawing this. This is our lightning reflexes unit. These floaters, I'm telling you, this was the trap. Floaters, you know what? It's actually a pretty good trap. Oh, I actually should not have done that. If there's another unit out there, if there's another floater around that corner, we may have just fucked this all completely up sideways and in every other fucking possible potential direction. We may have completely fucking ruined our own shit. Well, let's see if we can compound the problem. Jane Sporty Austin, open this door and see if there's anything in there. There is not. Interesting. I don't want to move Steve Irwin yet. Shaka Zulu, are you still covered in acid? You are not, but I can't really afford to do anything dangerous with you at all. So you stay in full cover and get on Overwatch. Mary Shelley, again, you don't really have much. You've actually already contributed more inside the spaceship than I ever expected, in all honesty. Let's have Machiavelli take a peek around this corner. We kind of need to know what's back here. He has a shot. It is not a good shot, and he would then be in terrible cover. I would prefer to just move him to better cover. We're gonna have to be very careful, though, because potentially there are aliens out here, and if there are aliens out there, we could be in for a... we could be in for a whole face full of fuck. I, would prefer to not have my face fucked. I don't know about you, it's just I'm not really into that thing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that if you're into that, you know, to each his own. Different strokes for different folks and other such platitudes. I personally would prefer to not have my face fucked by a floater. So in the interest of having my face fuck avoided, let's pitch a grenade over here at this shit biscuit. Good. Excellent. I'm liking it. Jesus kinda needs to get into... He's really our only potential backup, though. I might have Jesus throw a smoke grenade. Like a precautionary smoke grenade. That sounds insane, I know. I'm pretty sure Steve Irwin can kill this guy. And by pretty sure, I mean almost positive. If he has close quarters combat, even if he does, Steve Irwin... Oh, my theory is Steve Irwin can take the hit. When that's your theory, you need to rethink your whole fucking plan from ground zero. Because if your theory is, well, worst case scenario, he gets shot, wounded for 40 days and fucking survives...
All objectives complete.
That was not excellent work, Bradford. That was a fucking train wreck there at the end. That turned out into a tragedy. The aliens definitely set a fucking trap for us there. 18 enemies. This was a trap, and we knew it was coming. Walked right into it deliberately, and still got entirely fucked. Thought I was being clever by, you know, trapping the trappers. I thought, oh, I'll ambush the ambushers, and clearly, I am not smart. Yeah. Feeling a little like a General Custer who happens to be on our team, who, you know, thought he was going to outsmart the folks at the Battle of Little Bighorn and then got completely fucking annihilated. Like, we got completely fucking annihilated. Shock Attack Zulu out for 30 days. That's actually a pretty damn tragic loss for 30 days. He's our best mobility gunner. In fact, really our only mobility gunner. 15 days for Jesus and 8 days for Tesla is no fucking picnic either. I'm salty. I'm rhymed with salt. Big grains of salt. Feeling a little like Milton Wadhams here. I really am. That sweet mustache on Tesla, though. It makes me feel better. It really does make everything better. That sweet, 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 not quite Burt Reynolds-esque mustache really does make it all better. It's suppression, actually. Oh, no, can I reconsider? It's mayhem I want, not suppression, right? Wait a minute. Hold on, now I'm confused. Mayhem is on the next tier. Never mind. Alright, so suppression is useful. Repair is actually also useful, and Tesla is reasonably quick. Will to Survive I am not a fan of. It's very interesting. Repair. But then we, you know what? The problem with repair actually is not that it's a bad ability, because it's actually not a bad ability. Having 2 arc thrower charges extra is positive, especially with somebody who has a 14 base speed. That's a solid ability. The problem is, until Nikola Tesla's a grenadier, and until we get combat rigging, that means he's only carrying 2, maximum 3 grenades a mission, and it's simply not enough. Now, we could just forego suppression, take repair, and still not give him the arc thrower. We could do that. And there's... maybe that's the right move, actually. Now, because mayhem and suppression link together, I mean, mostly we're taking mayhem for the extra damage for explosive grenades. But it would let him do 2... Yeah, you know what? I'm taking suppression. I'm taking it. If we go a late game guy who comes up once we've got or are close to combat rigging, we may get a repair engineer, but until that time, we've got to make the most effective fighting force we can get. That's how G.I. Joe would do it. That's how I'm going to do it. You didn't see G.I. Joe leaving Snake Eyes fucking at home at the base to sort of guard things just because he was blind. He knew Snake Eyes was a goddamn brutal, dyed-in-the-wool killer, just like Helen Keller. And just like G.I. Joe, I will send my blind troopers into combat fully confident in their abilities. Fucking Snake Eyes was the shit. Ooh, Jane Sporty Austin is about to become twice as deadly as ever. Now, this is... I wonder if Executioner triggers on the second shot for rapid fire. I don't have a problem with double tap. Rapid fire I am in love with, more so than I have ever loved another human being. I love rapid fire more than I have ever loved a man or woman. Ready for Anything is not good for Jane Austen. I'm not saying Ready for Anything is not bad. It's actually an okay ability if you build for Overwatch. That's just not how we built Jane Sporty Austin. Sporty Spice is in your face. She was the aggressive, kung fu wielding badass fucking Spice Girl, and we wanted our Jane Sporty Austin to be the same. I think double tap would actually be better if Executioner only triggers on the second shot. If Executioner triggers, though, on the second shot of rapid fire, then rapid fire is clearly better because it has no cooldown. So I think what we do is we take rapid fire, and if nothing else, Jane Sporty Austin is our sort of test scenario. And honestly, if you're going to experiment, experimenting on a Spice Girl is really probably sort of the way to go, because if the experiment goes horribly awry, what have you lost? You lost Sporty Spice. Is that really, really a tragic loss to the world? I don't think so. It's not like we killed Adele or anything. Anyway, 5 floater corpses, 2 thin man closers, more people wounded than I'm like, but this is actually going a long way to making it all worthwhile. 84 Illyrium, 75 alloys, which we desperately needed, because I've been burning through those like fucking Woody Harrelson through a lid of bud. Dank bud. I'm sure Woody Harrelson smokes only the dankest of bud, but still, I've been going through it like Woody Harrelson going through some hemp. 15 weapon fragments, 3 meld, 3 flight computers, 2 power sources. That's actually quite good. I'm not sure how this flight computer got damaged. We may have done that with a grenade, and if we did, my apologies to the salvage team, but I'm only going to apologize so much because we kind of needed that grenade. Alright, so there's the mission completed. Let's head up to the situation room very quickly. Just want to take one quick look at the old gray marker. We have quite a bit of damaged equipment, but at the moment we have plenty of cash. And we are saving up for some facilities to be finished, I believe. Are we not, Dr. Shen? We are indeed. As soon as this thermo generator comes on in a week, we're going to need all the monies. So I think we avoid the gray market for now. For now, we'll be back. We got a covert operation in 2 days, very likely to be our next mission. Still not going to have our second scatter laser, but odds are if it's a 4-man extraction, we won't need it anyway. And with that taken care of, really nothing else on our list. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more XCOM on a daily basis, consider subscribing as well. We post new episodes every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you again soon.